Hey y'all, peace on earth and love and light to you. So, this is a pick a card reading for the winter solstice and the full moon in Cancer. So, as far as the full moon in Cancer goes, I don't know if the energy kind of surpasses this day or not, because I'm not all astrological savvy and stuff like that. I just know sometimes it can, but if you know, then let me know down in the comments. But this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to first do the winter solstice and then I'm going to actually, these are going to be two separate readings, but I'm going to put them all in one video. And then I'm going to do the full moon in Cancer, and I will timestamp it if you don't want to do this one, if you don't believe in the winter solstice, and if you don't celebrate it, or if you just don't know what it is, or you don't have to celebrate it. You can just, know about the energy and whatever. But for those of you who don't know and would kind of like to be a part of the reading, then I'm just going to tell you the little that I know about the winter solstice, because I just found out this recently, like very recently, like last night, and I decided to do a reading on it because I was like, okay, this is like epic for me, and somebody else needs to get in on this energy also. And so you have a couple of days to do your research on it. But from what I've heard, a lot of people say it starts on the 21st, and one guy that I was listening to, he really broke it down, and he was like, the energies really start to come in on the 20th, and then ends around the 24th, and the energy is really high December 22nd around 12 a.m. And when I was learning about this, you guys, when I first heard someone say something about the energies around Christmas time, I was like, what does that mean? I went to look it up, and I just found the winter solstice, and I was like, yeah, what is this? And then, like, the guy that I was watching, he was like, the energy is really high December 22nd around 12 a.m. I looked at the clock, and it was 12:27 a.m. So whenever, I always like to say, you guys, whenever spirit shows me something, then that is for me, because someone else can probably really feel the energy on another day, because a lot of people were saying like the 21st. So that's what I'm going to go by. I'm so excited that I found this out, because now, like, I told you guys in my Christmas video, I'm not big on Christmas. I'm not big on any of the holidays, but okay, you guys, I kind of lost track of what I was saying, because I do not be led to these cards, okay? You can. No, don't do that. Because I don't even know which card is which yet. I just have them laid out. These are the cards that Spirit gave me. I haven't put anything to anything yet, so I don't know. I mean, maybe it can work like that. You're going to be led to these, but I'm explaining the winter solstice for the people who would like to be a part of the reading. Like I said, I will timestamp it, and then you can just go straight to the reading if you would like. But I got thrown off because my son kept blowing me up on my phone, and I had to answer to see what he wanted, and now I don't remember. But I was talking about, whichever energy, whichever day really relates to you most. I guess you can just celebrate it on that day, or you can just do the whole 4 to 5 days, however many days it is, like I'm gonna start doing. And I'm so excited because that's what I was saying, like the winter solstice is actually, like it actually makes sense. It's actually a thing. It's actually when, like when if you do your research on it, when they first started to celebrate the winter solstice, it was because it comes from when the sun is actually starting to come back, and the days are longer again, and they was just celebrating that because when the sun was, when the sun is, when the days are shorter and there's darkness most of the time, then it was really hard for them to actually make money and eat, like they would like to. So that's why they were just in so much celebration when it was time for the sun to come back out. So it really is the birth of the sun, and Christianity is the birth of the sun, which will be Jesus Christ. So this is something that's like actually real, because I'm not saying, well, yeah, of course, I don't believe that about the Jesus Christ story, but to each his own. Now, I'm not saying that you can't believe like you want to. But for me, I'm so happy to figure this out, because I was like, okay, like next year when I'm in my own home, like I would like to keep doing the Christmas tree, because I am a 3 life path, and you number 3s know how big of a deal it is for us to create. Okay, so, and you can be creative in a lot of different ways, but me and my twin sister, you guys, we love to decorate, and she's more home interior than I am, but oh my gosh, I love decorating Christmas tree, and I still can, because that is one way you can, except it won't be the Christmas tree anymore. It will be the Yule tree or the winter solstice tree, and I'm going to stick to the winter solstice tree, and I'm going to decorate it however I want. It's funny because they said they use a lot of gold, and I decorated a tree when I was living in another part of town. I decorated my tree and it was all gold. I said that in another video. So, but I'm gonna get started to the video, because I can tell you guys a lot more, but you're gonna have to research that on your own. I can't have this video too long. So what you're gonna be led to is, I was doing some research, and that was like, they people like to decorate with pine cones. So I found a pine cone for you guys. This is something you can be led to. Okay. And then, since my baby's bow was just sitting right there, it's the one that I made. I told you guys I create stuff. So it actually came looking similar like this, and it broke, and I redid it. So it was sitting there looking all festive and stuff. She wore it yesterday, so you can be led to her bow. Or let's call this a winter solstice tree that's just sitting up in my mother's house. Yeah, today is fingernail day, you guys, for me. And I want to do me and my daughter's nails after this. So I know you guys are used to my nails being done. I'm going to start showing you guys the decorations like that I do on my nails. The designs that I do on my nails. Because you guys probably don't know that I do my own designs. So, now, when it comes to these cards down here, I haven't even asked Spirit which ones go to which yet. So, let's do that now. Okay, Spirit, this was going to be for the red one. This is going to be for the Pinecone. And this is going to be for those who were led to the tree. So, let's do that now. For those of you who were led to, funny how Spirit only gave me one card. I thought it was going to be like this big message for the winter solstice. So let's see what your winter solstice is going to be like, what you can look forward to. And you guys, this is also a time that you can really just manifest anything. I'm going to explain that more on the full moon and Cancer part, but this is really a time where you can just really become who you are supposed to be. That is actually the energy of the winter solstice, okay? This is your rebirth, the birth of the sun. This is you. This is your rebirth. You guys, I'm going to do a reading on the sun when me and my son like I was actually looking at the sun one day, S-U-N, one day, and it was so beautiful. And I'm gonna show you guys that, and I'm gonna do a video on that. But since this is all about the rebirth of the sun, you guys, this is about a rebirth in you. So we're gonna look into these cards and see what these cards say. So those of you who were led to this red bow, my baby's red bow, let's see what the message in your winter solstice reading. You have empowerment. Okay, like I was just saying, you guys, this is really the time where, and I think Spirit wants you to focus on this during this week, at least up to the 24th. Okay, do more research on this if you don't know more about it. But those of you who do, and if you don't, this is this is, oh you guys, I was, when it comes to the full moon in Cancer also, it's all about change. And any of the cardinal signs are all about change, especially in the full moon. And I'm looking at 2 + 3 = 5. It's all about changes. So look for a lot of changes to come in your life. The changes, you guys, this is actually the time, this is the energy of the winter solstice that you can actually transform into anything you want to be. Spirit is encouraging you and telling you this is your time. This is time for you to be empowered. This is your time for you to really step into who you are supposed to be. And Spirit is saying this is what we have for you at this time. So this is what you really need to look forward to. This is you. You are empowered through this time. Spirit is going to give you more empowerment during this time, because there's a lot, I feel like for the majority of you, there's a lot that you want to do, and Spirit is like, okay, we're going to give you the energy for this. We're going to actually empower you to do this. We're going to send you a lot of just positive energy, a lot of strength, a lot of empowerment energy, so you can just empower this situation, dominate your situation, and you're gonna really become the person that you are meant to be. And you guys, during this time, actually do meditations and actually just act like, during this time, you guys, you can actually, your subconscious mind is really active during this time, okay? So you can just sit down with your higher self and just ask your higher self, like, and ask your subconscious mind, like, who am I really supposed to be? Like, what is my destiny really calling me to be? For those of you who don't really know, and for those of you who know, usually use this time to give you that extra strength and that extra push for you to be just who you know that you are supposed to be. So everything will fall in line and everything will fall right into your destiny how you would like it to be. So that is all for those of you who are led to the red bowl. This is for the Pinecone. Those of you who are led to the Pinecone. Okay, so this is pretty literal, whether you don't have it or whether you do have it. During this time where there are things rebirthing and you want things to rebirth, well, this is going to be the message, specifically for you. Even if you were drawn to other cards, this is a time for you to be more generous, you guys. People, I was just hearing this, I think Behind Life was just talking about this, and I love the way she put it. People get a little hung up on the value of money, or what they feel like the value of money is, or what money really is. And money is just energy. It's another energy exchange. And it's just like she was saying, it's just like if I'm doing this reading for you and like really just help you get this load that you have been having on you. You feel so free after that. Then, I have helped you with something. So you should want to help me with something. And this is not me asking. I ask in the description all the time for those of you who are reading. So this is not me asking for anything, but I'm saying in general, you should want to give back to those who have helped you, okay? And anytime you need help, you should give to the universe to receive help back. It's like we have to get out of this mindset of doing things, of wanting things and then not giving anything up. Because this is also a time, you guys, for this winter solstice time. This is also the time where you have to give up something. You have to lose something, even something big. I just lost something so big, and it was my car. So, and you guys, I haven't shared that with you guys. I was in a car accident and I lost my car. But it was okay because I got this download last night. Like I was just saying the last time, in the last reading, this is a time where you really are in touch with your subconscious mind. And I got a lot of downloads, and they was telling me like, this was time for you to lose this. So you guys, it's time for you to you can't continue to hang on to some things. You have to get rid of the mindset that you can get the things that you want for free. You have to get out of the mindset of that you cannot lose something. You have to be willing to lose something, and sometimes big, in order to gain something, especially if you want the universe to do so much for you. You're going to have to be willing to lose something, and you're going to have to be willing to give. And Spirit is really saying during this time of the winter solstice, at least up to the 24th, really focus on giving. Now, if this is just going to be too hard for you guys, or some of you guys are just saying, well, I don't want to give because I've already give, then you know what, then you have really missed the point of the message, because no matter how much you have already gave, that is so great. You need more things to happen for you, and so you have to give, and you have to give with the attitude of, you know, I know that I have to give. I know that I have to give energy in order to receive energy back, in order to receive anything back, you know. So even if it's not money, even if it's just lending someone a helping hand, really go out your way and look for someone to give to. And you guys, when it comes to me, I tell my son all the time, when I give without expecting anything back in return, unless I am letting someone borrow something, then I expect it back. If I'm loaning somebody something, then I expect it back. But even with that being said, you know, even if I'm loaning somebody something, or if I did a service for someone, if I'm doing a reading for someone, then yes, I'm expecting that money to come to me, you know. And then and if it don't come, if I loan someone something, I have every right to go and ask for it. If I did a service for someone and they haven't paid me, I have every right to ask for it. But even with that being said, you cannot let that stress you, because even sometimes when people do not give you money back, or when you loan it to them, you still have to have the mindset of, okay, well, I should not have loaned anything that I cannot afford to come back. So same with your services, you guys, whether you do services like me or any type of services, if you cannot afford to give someone services, and they're not, because you have to understand, sometimes things go wrong with payments and you don't get the payments back on time. Just do not give out the services. And I've had to even tighten up on my end when it comes to my services, because I realized I cannot afford to be putting out all this energy and I get no energy back, you know, or either the energy sometimes, the energy that I put out is not equal to the energy that I get back, you know. So, and that's just life. That's anybody. I'm talking to everyone. That is just something we have to learn. And with this card out here, it's like some of you are just, Spirit is really saying, okay, this is what you're going to have to concentrate on during this winter solstice, because you guys, it wouldn't be, I looked down, it was 444. So I was just saying, this is something that Spirit really wants me to tell you guys. And if you guys listen to my readings, I say all the time, for me, when I see 444, it's something that's supposed to happen, something that's divinely guided. Okay, so anytime I see 444, I know the Spirit is saying, okay, this is for you right here and right now. Okay, so I just feel like some of you guys may be struggling financially, and if you're not struggling financially, maybe you want some type of financial gain, and if you're going to want that, then you're going to have to continuously give. But if you're going to give and you're going to be sour about it, then don't give and don't expect anything from the universe, okay? So that is all when it comes to this. But the fact that Spirit is telling you this, I think this is a good thing, because Spirit, that just means that Spirit has a lot in store for you. And for those of you who are listening to this message and you are really receiving what I'm saying, then look for a great financial return, or whatever you want, whatever you're wanting in return. Look for that exact thing that you want to manifest, because it will, no matter how big. You guys, this is time to set your intentions, and this is time to really manifest stuff. This is time for manifesting. So look for whatever it is that you want, no matter how big it is, it will manifest, okay? If you take my advice and you do this. So that's all for those. And if you're leaving now, then thank you for listening. coming to my channel and listening to the reading. Please subscribe, comment in the comment section below. Bye. Those of you who are led to the winter solstice tree. Why can't I say that word? Probably because you guys know how I am when it comes to my word. I'm just a southern girl, you guys, born and raised in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. And me and my words, you guys, when it comes to this time, Spirit is telling you this is the time for you to get to yourself. And I was explaining this a little bit in the first reading, but Spirit is saying this is an ending for you. Number 9, even when it comes to the full moon of Cancer, it's about things ending and things just manifesting. But for you, this is what Spirit wants you to do. Spirit really wants you to sit down, like the card says, concentrate and talk to your higher self during the winter solstice time. This is the time where your subconscious mind is really active. So sit down, do some, I've seen some winter solstice meditations, you guys, or just do some subconscious, anything that has to do with your subconscious mind, anything that you want to know. Sit down and meditate and just ask your higher self to show you these things. Spirit is going to really show you some stuff. Okay, now this is one thing that Spirit does not want me to say, because I was picking up some stuff. So if you guys would like a personal reading, contact me. I do have a special on those right now where all of my readings are $20. They usually start at $20, but I'm starting at $20, and then whenever we stop the reading is whenever we stop, it's still going to be $20. So why I said $20 and I looked down, it was 20 down there. So twos is number 4, intuition. Can be for intuition. Can be, you know what, I'm just hearing double for your trouble. Okay, so Spirit does not want me to tell you some of the things that they're going to give you. They're going to give you a lot of downloads, because this is about you getting to know your higher self and you really practicing listening to your subconscious mind and really listening to your intuition. I was just saying that with the number 2, and the things that Spirit has to tell you. Spirit wants you to practice that more, okay? Because there is a little more work that you have to do when it comes to you getting to know exactly who you are, listening to your higher self, listening to your spirit guides and your spirit team, anything spiritual. So work on your crown chakra and your third eye chakra, because they really want you to tap into your intuition. Some of you are very psychic and some of you are very intuitive, and they're going to take you up to a higher level. Some stuff is going to be kind of spooky to you, because you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I've never seen or discerned anything like this before. And it's really Spirit taking you up to a higher level. And some of you really just need to just sit down during this time and only listen to your subconscious mind. That's all Spirit is saying for you to do. And when you do this, Spirit is going to tell you, okay, this is what we want you to do. This is, you're trying to do this. Well, this is how you're going to do it. Spirit is going to tell you that. No pick a card reading, it can even tell you the things that Spirit is going to want you to know. So I wouldn't be surprised if you go to some pick a card readings when it comes to specific things, and your intuition might be a little off, and then the card that you get might be a little confusing, because Spirit is saying right now, we want to talk to you, we want to tell you those things. Okay, you guys, that is all for the winter solstice reading. Me and my throat chakra. Don't I tell you guys all the time, I need to open my throat chakra more, because me and the way I pronounce my words is like, oh. Okay, it's funny to me sometimes though. So next is the full moon in Cancer readings.